Each weapon you wield is described by different traits and values. The type of weapon, the ammunition it uses, and any mods attached can alter these properties, so it's important to understand the differences and what applies where. In this video, we're going to break it down. Greetings, Vault Dwellers, and welcome to the Wasteland. This is your Overseer speaking, Three-Eyed Townie, and today we're going to be talking about weapons for Fallout, the role-playing game by Modiphius. Now this video is a continuation in a Learn to Play series that I'm putting together for the game. This is part 4 of equipment, and in previous videos I've covered a lot of the core mechanics of the system itself, so if you haven't checked those out yet, you might want to take a look. The goal of this video is to help you understand what you're looking at when you're reading the stat block for a weapon, so we're just going to go down the list line by line. There are 7 weapon types in Fallout, and each has its own corresponding skill, which is used to make attacks with that particular weapon. There's big guns, energy weapons, explosives, melee weapons, small guns, throwing weapons, and unarmed. The damage rating of a weapon is the number of combat dice that you roll when dealing damage to your target. Melee and unarmed attacks add additional combat die to their damage roll based on their strength attribute. A ranged weapon's damage rating is based on the type of ammunition it uses, so if the type of ammo changes based on a mod, so would the damage rating. Damage effects oftentimes alter how the damage is dealt. In a previous video, I covered all the different damage effects and what they do, so definitely check that out if you haven't already. In Fallout, there's 4 different types of damage. Physical damage consists of unarmed attacks, blunt force, slashing, stabbing, and ballistics. Energy damage is laser, plasma, and flame weapons. Radiation is exposure to rads or nuclear weaponry. Poison damage relates to toxins, chemicals, or creatures with stings or barbs. Each type of damage corresponds with any resistance that the target has. Damage resistances come into play when a character rolls for damage. They would subtract the resistance from the total damage rolled. All guns and some explosives have a fire rate, which represents how quickly a weapon can fire. A weapon's fire rate is typically between 0 and 6. When making an attack with a gun, you spend 1 shot of ammunition. You then have the option to spend additional ammunition to increase that damage. For each additional shot you spend, you add 1 combat die to the damage roll. The weapon's fire rate determines the maximum number of additional shots that you can spend to increase damage in this way. Now, there are some weapons that have a fire rate of 0, and this means the weapon fires so slowly that you cannot spend additional shots of ammo to increase the damage in that action. Every weapon has an ideal range. Close means that the target is in the same zone as you. Medium means that the target is in an adjacent zone. Long means the target is 2 zones away. And extreme means that the target is 3 zones away. A weapon's range alters the difficulty of the attack. If you happen to be closer or further than the ideal range for that particular weapon, you would adjust the difficulty of the skill test by 1 per zone difference. So if you're using a weapon with an ideal range of medium, but you're at long range from your target, you would adjust the difficulty of the skill test by 1. Melee weapons and unarmed attacks don't have a listed range, which means that they can only be used within reach of your target. Weapon qualities describe how a weapon operates, and my last video covered all of these qualities in detail, so definitely check that out for a full breakdown. All weapons have their weight listed in pounds, and it's important to note that certain mods may alter the weight to make it heavier or lighter. The base cost of a weapon is listed on their stat block, but this could be altered by any mods that are attached to it. A weapon's rarity comes into play when determining how likely it is for you to come across that weapon. Rarity typically ranges from 0 to 6, 0 being very common and 6 being super rare. With the variety of weapons available, players have a ton of options when determining how they want to deal damage. Different weapons are going to excel in certain situations, so it's good to switch it up every now and then and pick the right weapon for the task at hand. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you found this breakdown helpful. As you probably already know, this video is a continuation of a Learn to Play series, and we have so much more to cover. If you don't want to miss when the next video is coming out, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for notifications. You can find me and the rest of the Fallout 2D20 unofficial fan community everywhere on the internet. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Reddit, and we have a very active Discord community as well. And I'll leave links for all that in the description. And if you haven't already ordered Fallout the role-playing game by Modiphius, you can do so directly from their online shop, and I'll leave a link for that in the description too. Thanks again for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and of course, I'll see you in the wasteland.